Meanwhile, more than a dozen people recovering at 2 local hospitals following the crash.
WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane joins us now from Carolina's Medical Center in Dilworth, where the 2 drivers and 9 students are getting treated now. So, Richard, what are you learning at this hour?
Yeah, I just saw, like, within the last 30 minutes, that mass casualty bus actually pull away from the hospital. That's where those students were transported on. Those 2 adults transported by medic via an ambulance. We can tell you all of them are here right now getting treatment. The good news, non-life-threatening injuries. 5 students also, as we take a look at video from this crash, 5 students taken to Novant. Again, good news there, non-life-threatening injuries. But as you can well imagine, any parent the parents of those children and any parent who has kids at that school or any other school for that matter who ride a bus, very concerned about what they heard today.
I was dropping my son off, or trying to get to drop him off, and I took South Boulevard and took a ride on Sharon, and up ahead it was just like, I don't know, all of the fire trucks, all ambulance and police officers, and they said the whole road was blocked off. They said I had to turn back around and go opposite direction. So
yeah, that mother was waiting on her son. Actually, he was concerned because he didn't know if any of the students were his classmates or if he knew any of the students. We'll hear from her again, some more what she has to say in the next half hour. But I also want to tell you that while I was standing outside the hospital, I saw someone who was frantically trying to get directions. As I gave her the best way to get to the emergency room, I asked her was she had anybody involved in that crash. She said yes. Her aunt was the CMS bus driver. I said, how is she doing? Have you heard anything? She said, no, they've just told our family members to get here as soon as possible, and she's in there. We're hoping for the best for her and the driver of that dump truck as well. We're here at Atrium. This is Richard Devane. Back to you guys.
All right, Richard, thanks. All right, let's get back out to Tradisha. She's live there in South Charlotte, where this scene is, where this all unfolded. Tradisha, what's the latest there?
Well, Ben, I'm actually standing right here where the collision happened, causing a school bus to crash into this gate here. You can see pieces of the gate just scattered across the ground. Now, the scene has been cleared. Traffic is back open and running, but as you can see, once again, very active scene. Take a look at this video. I'm going to give you a better perspective of what I'm talking about. You can see lots of emergency crews on the scene. There was a 3-vehicle collision, and the CMS school bus that was involved was carrying about 40 students during the crash, and 15 were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, officials say their biggest concerns and top priority was the school bus driver and the dump truck driver, who was also taken to the hospital. Officials say the drivers were pinned inside the vehicles with lots of metal around them, and it took about 30 minutes to get the school bus driver out and about an hour to get the dump truck driver released.
The challenge was just the amount of damage to the car, right? So you have to work methodically in the fact when you remove the car, you don't want to cause any more damage to the patient or anybody else. We had 2 ladder companies here. Both those things have the Hearst jaws of life. We used all those tools and got both drivers out very successfully.
Now, CMPD did confirm both drivers were stable and conscious, but they say right now it's too early to tell if anyone will be facing charges. We're going to continue to follow the story and be sure to bring you with the latest updates. Reporting near Sharonbrook, Tradisha Woodard, WCNC Charlotte.